The today's topic, as I mentioned, which is Citrix NetScaler, which is also called as Citrix ADC, which is Application Delivery Controller. So let's see what is Citrix NetScaler. So as per the statement over here, Citrix NetScaler is an application delivery controller created to optimize, manage, and secure network traffic. It analyzes application specific traffic to distribute, optimize, and protect layer 4 to layer 7 network traffic. So the meaning of Citrix NetScaler, it is basically used to optimize, manage, and secure your network traffic. So if you are from Citrix virtual apps and desktop background, most of the guys you are aware of what is Citrix NetScaler, and very important, you might have worked only with Citrix NetScaler gateway. There are a number of other features which is also available in Citrix apart from gateway. So that we are going to discuss today basically. So let's jump into our whiteboard where we are discussing what is the use case for Citrix NetScaler and why we need it. So basically, let's imagine a company, for example, some e-commerce company, maybe Amazon or Flipkart, etc. Okay, so they may have a web server. This web server basically it will it is responsible for the portal, so where you can go and buy the things. So consider they have a one web server. So maybe the load is more, so they may scale up the web server, because if only one web server is there, then if there is a number of traffic is hitting this web server, and eventually this may choke. To avoid this, company normally deploy multiple servers. So I'm considering a web server here. So backend they may have some DB, etc. So let's not go into the details about the backend. The front end is web server. So they may add multiple web servers over here to accommodate user loads. However, without however, by default, there is no mechanism they can distribute the loads across these web server. For example, some 100 connection is coming, so or 100 users are trying to access your website, which is either Flipkart or Amazon or whatever. So without our NetScaler or without ADC concept, so there is no method to distribute the traffic. So 100 out of 100, 80 or 90 may hit here, and only 10, only 20 will go here, and this won't receive anything. So otherwise, all the 100 connection will go here, and this may be sometimes idle. So etc. etc. There is no proper method to distribute the load. So in order to avoid this scenario, there comes NetScaler. So you will deploy NetScaler fronted by this web servers. So now what will happen? These 100 connections will land in NetScaler. So in the NetScaler, it is connected to the backend web server. So now NetScaler will distribute these 100 connection with the backend. For example, in the first server, it may send 30 connection, and then 30, and then 40. So it will equally divide the load with the backend servers. So this is the beauty of NetScaler. For this reason, customers they will go with the NetScaler and they will do the load balancing. In the market, not only NetScaler, there are a number of other vendors also available. One of the famous vendors is NetScaler, and then we have F5, and then there are a number of other vendors as well. So this is how you distribute the load between the backend servers. And one more important, this is not only distribute the loads, it will also check the health of the backend server. For example, if this server is having some issues and it is not performing well, then NetScaler won't send traffic to this particular web server. So instead of that, it will send to the remaining servers. For example, 50 connection to here and 50 connection to here, unless and until this is healthy. So this is also very good use case for the NetScaler, where it will monitor the backend health before it passes the traffic. So this is the beauty of NetScaler, and this is only used for, like in this use case, I just took an example of load balancing. So however, ADC or Citrix NetScaler not only used for load balancer, there are a number of other features, so that we are going to discuss in detail. Hope the concept is clear why we need NetScaler.